To begin, I want to share with you Laura Bloomstein's story. Laura Bloomstein was a neonatal intensive care nurse when at 33 years old she became pregnant with her first child. Laura's upbringing was not perfect. Her own mother had died when Laura was 13 years old, which left her homeless and constantly between homes most of her teenage years. So this was essentially Laura's first opportunity to start a family of her own, one that she never had. And unfortunately, though, 20 hours after giving birth, Laura was pronounced dead. It was determined that she had contracted HELLP disease, a pregnancy complication that brings on excessive bleeding and hemorrhage and stroke. It has become known that since 2000, pregnancy-related deaths have been on the rise. Today I want to talk a few of the issues that are surrounding this subject. To start off, I'll discuss the fact that the United States has the highest amount of deaths per live births compared to other developed countries. Next, we'll examine reasons why the United States is seeing such an alarming amount of women dying due to their pregnancies. And lastly, we will look at possible solutions to this problem. Okay, to begin, let's look at the first issue at large, and that is the reality that American women are dying, giving birth more than in any other high-income earning country. In 2017, it was reported by the World Health Organization that on average in the U.S., a total of 17.4 deaths occurred per 100,000 live births. This places the United States behind all other industrialized countries. And to make matters even worse, in some states like Oklahoma, Kentucky, and Alabama, a woman is 2 times more likely to die in childbirth, raising the average to 30 deaths per 100,000 live births. In comparison to a country like New Zealand, that sees 1.7 deaths per 100,000 births, the U.S. is light years behind. Okay, next, let's shift our focus now and ask ourselves how so many mothers are losing their lives. We can look at the fact that due to racial disparities within the healthcare system, Black women are 3 to 4 times more likely to die than white women. Also, with cesarean section deliveries on the rise, so are maternal deaths due to excessive bleeding, infection, and hemorrhage. The Harvard Business Review reports that C-sections account for as many as 70% of all births in 2015. Next, cardiomyopathy, a heart muscle disease, is the number one reason why women are dying 43 to 365 days after giving birth. In fact, 52% of deaths are happening postpartum. Lastly, there are solutions to this crisis. The U.S. can make healthcare more accessible. It can improve the quality of healthcare and eliminate structural racism and biases that exist in our healthcare today. Moreover, lawmakers can support creating healthcare plans that offer certified nurse midwives. Interestingly, in countries like Sweden, Norway, and New Zealand, it's observed that the use of a midwife dramatically decreases maternal mortality rates. Currently, the U.S. is the only developed country that doesn't guarantee paid maternal leave, an important factor in the way women can heal physically and mentally after giving birth. In conclusion, the United States healthcare system is failing to provide adequate support that pregnant women and new mothers need, not only to thrive, but survive. Through better healthcare, the acknowledgement of racial bias, and by improving maternal support by providing midwives and paid maternal leave, we can make the progress that so many other countries have already made. Like hundreds of other women who are dying giving birth each year, Laura Bloomstein's death could have been avoided. With more laws like the Preventing Maternal Deaths Act of 2018 that are developing ways to end this dilemma, we can be hopeful of a future where we don't have to say goodbye to mothers.